Good evening, everybody. I don't normally respond to my own videos, but I had to this time. I wanted to talk to Peluca 916, Eileen 2468, The Teen Talks, UK Dub 2010, Neiman 2006, and ZZZ Jesse 519 ZZZ. First of all, I wanted to thank each and every one of you for leaving such nice comments, and I probably will be subscribing to your channels very, very soon, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, just thank you for coming to my channel, thank you for commenting, so on and so forth. Please continue to watch my videos. I'd love to see other commentary from you guys. So here's my gift back to you, a full-blown shout-out, okay? But anyway, for you guys, that pretty much ends the video, okay? So enjoy your shout-out, and thank you very much, and now I will talk to everybody else. First of all, I want to talk to Irish Monkey. My response to you is hands, toes, feet, hair. Take your pick. Okay? And thanks for the invite, Montel GB1, but I'm not interested. Thank you. Anyway, for the rest of you, here's what I got to say. There's a big difference between prom and marriage, okay? Prom is one night, boom, it's over, big bang, boom deal. Marriage is a lifetime commitment, all right? So there is a big difference between the two. Now, people that are well groomed don't necessarily stay that way, okay? One car crash later, one heart attack later, one stroke later, and they could be a completely different person. So all that well grooming can change into a disaster overnight. It's that simple. So for you, those of you who are so shallow as to stand there and pick a person because they're well groomed or they're virile, you're just a shallow person. I'll tell you what's going to happen to you eventually as this video continues. When you're talking about prom or even marriage for that matter, I would be checking for other things. One, table manners. They don't have good table manners, it doesn't matter how well they look, because they're going to embarrass the daylights out of you. If they smell bad, you can look good and still smell very bad. You don't want to be that close to somebody that smells bad, okay? If they're addicted to intoxicating substances, you don't want a wino at your prom. You don't want a wino in your marriage. Doesn't work that way, okay? Also, somebody who is heavy in debt. I don't care how much they serenade you. If they're heavy in debt, they can't possibly afford to take you to the prom, or anywhere else for that matter. Now, let's contrast somebody that's just foolishly in heavy debt with other people who are impoverished due to lack of education. For some of you who don't look all that good, probably the reason why you don't look that good is because you're impoverished due to lack of education. You can blame that on some people. There are instructors that leave you in that state, and I am so ashamed of those people. And I'd personally like to rob them of every ounce of income they have. If they're leaving you in that kind of state, they need to be robbed. Period. And if they think I won't rob them, guess again, because I am. I'm going to rob them using these videos. Let me tell you something. You can stand there and blame them for your financial condition right now. Or you can watch my videos, get yourself out of that impoverishment, and get yourself into a better, more stable environment. Now, I had somebody write to me and say, well, you're not financially stable. Oh, yes, I am. Okay? I didn't say I was rich. I said I'm financially stable. There's a big difference between being financially stable and rich. I own my own house, thank you very much. You see that piece of furniture over there? It may not look like much, but I own it. It's mine. I don't owe anything on it. The camera I'm using, I own it. The car I drive, I own it. The computer I'm using to talk to you, I own it. That's financial stability. When you don't owe anybody anything. I don't owe diddly squat to anyone. That's financially stable. I never said I was rich. I said I'm financially stable. There's a big difference between the two. Okay? Let me tell you something. This fan here that's running, right over here, you may see it, you may not, I don't know. But that fan and the electricity that's running that fan, I own. Period. The cable modem and router that I use to talk to you people, I'm paid up. Period. Done. Finished. Finito. So it's not a matter of me being rich. I never said I was rich. It is a matter of me being financially stable. And that's a fact. I don't care how good looking a guy is, if he's massively in debt, he's going to embarrass you. And if you marry him, he's going to embarrass you more. Walk away from people that are in debt. And that works the same way. Guys, if you see gals in massive debt, walk away. If they're in debt now, they're going to be in debt later. That's almost a guarantee. Not a total guarantee, but that's almost a guarantee. If they're in that much debt now, they'll most likely be in debt later. Walk away. Whew. Now, the point of the serenade was to show that this guy was going to some great effort to get this gal to go with him. Most guys would just shrug you on the shoulder and go, hey, would you like to go to prom? What kind of effort is that? If a guy's going to go to massive effort to get you to go to prom now, can you imagine what he's going to do for you in a marriage later? That's called effort. That means he actually cares about you. And he really values your company. He valued it so much that he made a fool of himself to try to get you to go with him. Now let me tell you something. If he smells bad, or if he's filled with intoxicating substances, if he's full of debt, that kind of thing, of course still not go out with him. But if he's a decent, respectable guy, he doesn't use a ton of expletives, he doesn't smell bad, he has pretty decent table manners, he's well organized, so on and so forth, it doesn't matter how good looking he is. Go out with him. He's a rare gem. Okay? Now, for those people like myself that wear glasses, I have a good reason for wearing glasses. I'm not going to share that with the general public, but I have a good reason for wearing glasses. Alright? I'm not going to wear contact lenses. I have a good reason for doing that. I'm not going to share it with you. It's none of your business. But if some gal were to get me into some private room somewhere and we were on a date, some type of thing, and she really wanted an explanation, I'd share it with her. There is a good reason why I wear glasses, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. So don't even ask. I'm not talking. Anyway, just because a person wears glasses does not necessarily mean they're ugly. Okay? Let me tell you something. All you people giving out all these jokes about four eyes, well, now we get the revenge. Because all you people have to wear those 3D glasses to watch your 3D television sets. So the joke's on you. Ha! That's the way I put it. Whew. So anyway, the moral of the story is, if a guy goes to a great effort to serenade you, maybe he's not the best looking person in town, but he's financially stable. He doesn't use a ton of expletives. He has good table manners. He has, he's not addicted to intoxicating substances. He's not been in any trouble with the law, that type of thing. It doesn't matter how well groomed he is. Go out with him. He's a rare gem, and you're passing it up. And let me tell you what happens to you people who pass up rare gems like that. What happens to you is you end up with a bunch of kids. You end up with 2 or 3 different divorces because you've married 2 or 3 wrong men. And then you can't get married ever again because you finally end up in a situation where nobody wants you. And that leads to perpetual impoverishment, which you never get out of. So that's your fate. So before you go with that most well-groomed guy, better check his credentials. And it doesn't matter whether it's prom or if it's a marriage, same type of situation. Check the credentials before you get involved, or otherwise you can make a very big mistake that it can embarrass the daylights out of you. So that's what I got to say. And that's all I've got to say. Whew. I will tell everybody more in a future video, so stay tuned.